Madam Lagarde, I'm Namrata Brar from New Delhi Television. I have two questions for you. The first, if you could sum up the overall flavor of the annual meetings and the one message that you would like the world to hear. And the second is specific to India. I know the IMF lowered the growth forecast for this year to 6.7%, citing demonetization as well as GST as transient reasons. But is there a deeper issue of jobs and growth for all? In fact, less than 2% of Indians who apply for jobs every day get those. There are more than 30,000 people applying for jobs and 450 getting them. So what is the larger message for the Indian administration to deliver on that? Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. And let me preface my response to you by a very, very warm, strong word of acknowledgement and gratitude to the chair of the IMFC. It has been a joy to work with Augustin. He and his whole team, because the work involves a number of people, but he and his whole team have been a joy to work with. They have led the exercise of conducting the meetings, preparing for the meetings, rallying support, generating consensus, and Augustin has been a force of leadership in a very special way, in a very amicable, friendly, almost family-like way, and that's the, I would say, the Mexican way, which is highly appreciated.
Thank you. Thank
Augustin.
you, Christine.
Now, turning to your question, clearly the message that we received loud and clear was, we agree with you that it is when the sun is shining better that we need to fix the roof. And I think each and every country in the room, the 189 members, are going to go home, I hope, looking at their own house, looking at what part of the roof needs a bit of fixing, whether it's fiscal policy, monetary policy, or the structural reforms that were difficult to do in hard times and which will be much easier in better times because the output is stronger and because there is less of fatigue on the shoulders of people when the growth is picking up, when jobs are created. So, you know, it's when the sun is shining that you need to fix the roof. That, I think, message was received 100%. We too have to look at the international roof and make sure that it is fixed and it is solid and it continues to be rules-based, even-handed, and protecting the economies in this international economy that is so strongly interconnected. Turning to India, you are right, we have slightly downgraded India, but we believe that India is, for the medium and long term, on a growth track that is much more solid as a result of the structural reforms that have been conducted in India in the last couple of years. Now, of course, the demonetization that took place, of course, collapsing 40 different taxes into one single GST is a monumental effort. And given the implementation associated with it, it's hardly surprising that there is a little bit of a short-term slowdown as a result. But for the medium term, we see a very solid track ahead of the Indian economy. And we very much hope that the combination of fiscal, because the deficit has been reduced, inflation has been down significantly, and the structural reforms will actually deliver the jobs that the Indian population, particularly the young Indian people, expect in the future.